I still want to make a, like, here's the summary of Final Fantasy XIV. Play Endwalker with me. That's what the video is titled.
It's cute.
All right, so some basic lore for you.
There you go.
We got the world of Eorzea. The biggest conflict right now for the universe is there's primals and there's also the Empire. There's a lot more shit than that, but the Empire is made of Garleans, which they are a race that cannot do magic. They are the ones who do all the magic tech stuff. Anytime you see like magic tech stuff, like super high tech gear, they basically found a way to channel ether into mechanical things because they can't cast magic themselves. And they are very much like, we want to conquer everything because then everything will be safe because everyone's under our rule. Also, these crystals you see around us, these are fucked up ones, but those are ether left over from one of the calamities that we were mentioning earlier. Ether in large quantities and devout followings can bring about these primals. So we're a member of the Science of the Seventh Dawn. Our organization is basically there to stop primals whenever they pop up because we have a gift called the Echo, which is given to us by Hydaelyn, which is the like mother crystal, the like what we're aware of as the like guardian of this world, kind of thing. The pure good and light.
I'm sorry, Dan.
You're good. I'm just gonna keep talking because there's a lot.
Fucking like cross in front of the camera. Stop. Please continue.
Anyways, we have this gift that whenever a primal is summoned, they let out this wave of like mind control fuckery, and if it hits a person, they're basically fucked. They become like a thrall to that god. And those are like the Ifrits, the Odin, the I can't think Titan. You know, all the normal summons,
the
and
major
stuff from Final
summons.
Fantasy lore. Yeah. So because we have the Echo, we are resistant to that wave of mind control. So that's why the Science of the Seventh Dawn are basically tasked with that, because us and one of the heads, Minfilia, are both gifted with the Echo. There's other people who have the Echo as well. But all that to say, the Empire, the Garleans, they want to also rid the world of primals, but more for a sake of like, we need to control everything because like what's the word I'm looking for, like a society was like, oh, you can't do wrong if we control everything.
Yeah, that very like totalitarian, like thing. That like my way or the highway kind of situation. And
then
trying
you
to convert everyone to like the no magic sort of
authoritarian.
They think that like any
there you go.
any sort of magic really authoritarian. Yeah, they think like any sort of magic is dangerous. So.
Is bad. And they don't like you and your Echo ability and stuff like that. And then you have the Beast Tribes, which basically call upon the primals in times of need. Like, for example, one of the factions that you can start at the game, they're like pirates kind of thing. They break a treaty with the kobolds at the beginning of the game, and the kobolds are like, fuck, we need to go to war. They summon Titan, which in turn fucks them over because now they're thralls to Titan. But also, here's this, you know, demigod primal now wrecking havoc, so you have to put it down. And it's kind of one of those, like, they're only summoning it because you fucked them over, but it's this weird, like, false god kind of thing. Where they do it out of desperation. With all that said, one of the previous calamities, the 6th calamity, was the game originally 1.0, where everything's going good. They were like, hey, this game's bad and we need to fix it. So not only did they continue to update the game while it was live, but they developed Realm Reborn. In addition to it, there was this big meteor in the sky, which was like a constructed thing by a previous civilization that died in one of the earlier calamities.
Wait, so a previous civilization that was like, oh no, we're gonna be smoten by a calamity. It's like, let's make a future calamity for another generation.
No, at the point the players didn't know what was in this constructed meteor, basically. It was just it was result of basically that previous civilization's fuck up, which led to their demise. But it was just kind of hanging in the sky and like untouched.
Thank Majora's Mask, but
yeah, but it never moved. It was just kind of there. The sixth calamity, the Garleans, the Empire, the non-magic people, they're like,
Climate change.
hey, we're going to war with you know the Alliance. Let's bring this thing down to kill everyone. And we'll start clean. There was a few Empire people who were like, hey, let's not do that because we'd rather like actually have people to conquer instead of killing everyone, you know. And so they start bringing that meteor down. The Louisoix, the previous like leader of the organization you're now part of, it was called something different before it was the Scions. I don't remember. He's like, hey, I'm going to use the power of the 12 actual gods that we don't really still know a lot about in game. He's like, I'm going to use them to prevent this meteor from falling. And in game, like they actually during updates brought the meteor closer and closer to the planet, where it was like pretty fucking big in the sky.
It was really cool.
Yeah.
So war's going on. Louisoix stops this thing in the sky. Little did anyone know it was actually housing a primal Bahamut who basically breaks out and goes, hey, guess what? Fuck everything. So he brings about the sixth calamity. And in the last minute of desperation, Louisoix teleports the Warriors of Light, the basically generic adventurers who were throughout the game.
People suffering through the first year of the game being out.
Yes, and literally teleports them into the future, where Bahamut fucked everything up. Calamity happened. A lot of people lost memory of like what actually happened, which is kind of like hand wavy, forget about 1.0, but also kind of a cool like in lore reason of why things are how they are now. A bunch of zones changed. Like there's a zone to the north that's now in like a frigid winter because there still was a huge fucking calamity that Bahamut brought about. And yeah, that's some of these crystals and shit that you see in the background. There's also a really cool zone that we'll probably see, where you can see kind of some of the aftermath of the Bahamut attack.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's a very smart way to justify a reset game.
Very.
Did get cataclysmed, yeah. It's extremely cool. Yeah, very good. Very good job.
I did it. I did it as quick as possible. I know there was stuff that's
you did
messy
great
there.
You did. You
and I also am trying not to spoil stuff because there's been recent like write-overs.
Just so chat knows and stuff, we're not going to talk about any lore past or Realm Reborn, just in case people want to get into the game and they don't want spoilers.
Because you can play free up to level 60, including the critically acclaimed expansion Heaven's Word.
Get in the car.
Get